Hey everybody, it's Psychic Hunter David. Well, we are approximately, I'd say 28 hours away from that full moon in Pisces, which is a blue moon. So it hits here at about 9:30, so let's say 15 hours. 9:30 tomorrow night, 30th, it'll hit Toronto. It'll hit other places, obviously early, later, etc. One of the things that's fascinating about all this energy is the fact that, it's causing, sometimes in some cases, delusion, because, Pisces, that Neptunian stuff, you've got Saturn there, which is Capricorn. So it's this tough call, this tough energy with Neptune. So, the full moon to me is also very completing. It causes a completion of what began in the winter last year. This year. That whole end of February, March with that new moon in Pisces. So you'll look at things that began then concluding. And it's also a summing up too, because, we got a lot of planets retrograde, more happening, Uranus and Jupiter. I mean, they're all going asleep to, slowly start opening up and awakening as we progress further into the fall. We get into Monday, Tuesday, we've got Venus going direct again in Leo. So there's a lot of things happening. One of the things I would say to most people is, if you have to act on it at this exact moment, do it. If you don't, continue what you're doing. Gather your research. Gather all the things together you need to gather. And if you're working on projects or you're reworking a project or something's come up, because remember, everything to do with Mercury retrograde, which we're major in, is the re's. Redo, renew, reestablish, reevaluate, all the re's. So, we've all got a lot going on. But I think this time it's about being able to look at it, okay, I'm going to handle this differently. I'm going to handle this with hands as part of the game, eyes wide open, knowing what I'm doing, but not acting on anything yet. Give it a few weeks. Give it a few weeks before you actually then pounce. But make sure you got your ducks in a row. And on top of that, just try to have as cheery an attitude as possible. We've got a good week, a fairly good weather left in Toronto. We all know the exhibition comes to a close Monday. Then we've got only a month, maybe a month and a few days, and it's Thanksgiving in Canada. I mean, sorry, folks, but you get into that, it's getting a little cooler. It'll probably go down to the more like 16, 17 a day first. Some little squeezies in there of 20-something. And then we're going to get, boom, Halloween. And we know what happens 2 days after Halloween. Clunk. One of the things I'm going to talk about this fall that's a little, I would say a little unnerving. First of all, Mars holding a mirror up to itself in Libra is quite combative. It's quite interesting because, of course, Aries is where the North Node is. The South Node is in Libra. This is where everything's moving and shifting. We've got that one last, eclipse in the house of Taurus at the beginning of November. That's getting way ahead of ourselves. But we've got all this stuff shifting and changing. We could see, as I've seen in a few readings, I'm not going to call out who they are, both of them are quite professional in regards to legal, etc. We could have, again, a little bit of a upset, on a world global level with COVID again. We may also have something else that happens that creates its own drama. So there's a lot in this later year. I would say October, November-ish. Let's hope it does not go into the holiday season. But everything happens very fast, and then we're right back in the middle of winter, and let's hope every day we pray for spring. So, anyway, I'm around. I'm going to be working Thursday. I have openings available on Saturday, and I'm going to be also working on Sunday. And then, of course, getting further into next week, obviously Tuesday right through the next week. So the special's still on. The special is going to stay on until Thanksgiving weekend. That is an hour for 101.70. That's including HST. The shorter reading, 40 minutes, which is only on the phone, by the way, is 67.80. So that's 60 plus HST. The other is 90 plus HST. And house parties, remember, it's a minimum of 8, and it is 75 per person. And if I have to travel really far, it's more than that. Corporates are 4.25 plus HST. I didn't change those prices. Everything's consistent. I haven't changed prices in my ratings, by the way, folks, for 7 years. It's a long time. Anyway, I wish you guys all the best. Have a great day. Enjoy every minute. And get ready for all this shifting and changing. As I said, this is quite an interesting time about coincidence. There's no such thing. Just pay attention. Pay attention to your dreams at night as well. Cheers.